Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you in this room have heard of this? Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Any guesses? Anyone? Yeah, common sense, right? Everyone knows that. So, from that alone, I'd like to introduce my topic of the day, which is about children's shows. So, if you ever notice, in every part of the world, in every country, during the weekends, on Saturdays, between 7 to 12, there is always cartoons. Children's shows. It's like everyone. You have your Barney, you have your Lizzie McGuire, you have the Knuckles in the middle, you have your Pepper Ann, you have Recess, all these plethora of cartoons. The one thing that came to my mind when I was thinking about it was, why do you think that these cable companies would actually want to show cartoons? Personally, because if I was one of the people at the top of the cable companies and I want to make money, why would I want to make cartoons that attract children who in no way make money? These people were supposed to attract adults, so they should put more movies, more videos, more sports, anything else that attract adults. So it's from then that I came to realize that one of the things that cartoon shows do for you is that it develops yourself. It develops your social development, physical development, and the others. So I want to substantiate that with 3 points today. Number one, the reason why cartoons are so good is because they give emotional support. Secondly, it helps form an identity. Thirdly, and most importantly, I think, is cartoons give you many life lessons. So, going to the first point of the day today about emotional support, I want all of you here to take a breather for a moment and just go back to the times when you were 6 or 7. Can you imagine all those toys, all those big, nice fire trucks, all those swords, all those baseball cards, all those Pokemon trading card games that you played for like almost ever and ever? And then suddenly, when the clock was around 4, and your big brother, 2 years older than you, comes into the room, pushes you off your toys, and asks you to leave the room. He forcefully asks you to leave, and just as that happens, like I admit myself in the whole room that I was a big crybaby. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it, but those emotions just started flowing, and as I left the room, I just felt sad, you know? And then, just as I left, like I was almost across the hallway, and I heard this angelic sound. This angelic sound filled up the room. It brightened up the lights. It brightened up the day. It made me so uplifted. And as I gazed at this figure, who, first of all, was big, second, was very happy, and most puzzling of all, was purple, the first thing it said to me was, I love you, you love me, I really, really like Barney, but I don't know why, because probably it made me happy. You could probably see that from that alone, it uplifted me, and that's how cartoon shows make me so happy. The second thing I want to talk about today is about how cartoons form an identity. There's a Malay phrase that says that a child is born like a white cloth. This white cloth is supposed to represent the fact that these children know nothing about the world. They don't have opinions. They don't really know much about it. They don't know what's good, what's bad, what's really terrible, and what's just disgusting. So, one of the things that cartoon shows do for you is that it helps give you a sort of identity. So I want to stand up right here in the middle of the room, and I want to say, I wanted to be a Power Ranger when I was really small. I'm sorry. It was just the coolest thing ever. But one of the things I really liked about Power Rangers is because they had this kick-ass theme song. It was like, go, go, Power Rangers! And honestly, I would have just like ran around the house, you know? Just ran around the house and hopefully there was nothing I could beat up, you know? And second thing, I was, since one of the things that Power Rangers was like a teen superhero thing, so in classes, suddenly they have like a big buzzer saying that, oh, Godzilla suddenly landed in Japan. Okay, now I have to beat this guy. Okay. So as you took your bag and left the room, and you do your trademark signature move, suddenly the screen changes, and then suddenly like molds and and armor and all your weapons suddenly appear right on you, and suddenly a helmet falls on your head and like bam, now you're ready to take over the world. And finally, the last thing that I want to talk about today is how important cartoons give you very important life lessons. So I think Recess, because it was my favorite cartoon when I was really small. It consists of a ragtag bunch of people. The leader was TJ, you had Spinelli, the rough and violent type, Gretchen, who was the smart one, you had Mikey, who was the gentle giant. One of the things that you could realize from the story itself was that these people were all from different social backgrounds, and generally, if you were in high school, generally you would never see a jock hanging out with a quiet one. You would never see the gentle giant ever talking, I don't know, probably having fun with the jock as well. So it kind of taught me that as people, we should always have a great group of friends. We should never discriminate against anything. We should always look to people for what's in their hearts, not what's the exterior of them. So the one important thing that I got from the cartoons is that I really wanted to have really good friends, and I have been blessed in the 10 years of my life to have such great experiences, such great memories. So this is why I say cartoons have made my life colorful, and it has changed me a lot. Thank you.